My great grandmother used to come to our house, right?
Right.
To go to church or anything. Everybody would get dressed, like they're going to church. I'm the only one wound up in the car going to church.
Right.
Nobody went to church.
What
Just
is
you.
that?
This is facts. Me, only one.
Granny made everybody. We had to go to church.
But y'all ain't come. I'm the only one.
I only stopped going to church when I told her what happened at religious with the nun did.
The what happened?
The nun.
There was a nun?
Yeah, so the nun, I told my grandmother my great grandmother, that I knew where the babies came from, because the nun put her hand down in my underwear, put my dress up to tell me. She touched me. Wow. But at that time, it was touching me. Like, she wasn't really teaching me or anything like that. And after that kind of looks like church. I didn't want to go to church.
But who would want to go to church after that?
I
didn't want to.
I'm the only one. I had to go.
But I'm not gonna front. When I was going back, even afterwards, Bimmy, don't lie, because I went to church every Sunday to get that damn money, so I go to the penny candy store.
Oh, you did that too?
Yeah, but they passed the bucket down.
Listen,
hell
man.
yeah, I took money out the damn tray. God forgive me.
Wow.
I took money out the tray.
I don't want to go to eat. That's it.
Once he told me God didn't need nothing, God owned everything, I was like, what I'm giving money for? I'm going to an arcade after this.
I did, but you know what I thought during that time? Because we were Catholic, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that all anything I had to do was on Wednesday, go to religious, go and confess.
Right.
And do like 5 Hail Marys and some Our Father, all that, whatever.
Right.
I do confession.
Right.
And then I thought I was forgiven. Like it was okay.
Like that was
every Sunday I would do it, because as long as I go and confess, then I was okay. At least that's what I.
Did anything ever happen to that nun?
Oh, my great grandmother was no joke in that church. She was powerful in that church. Yeah, some things. I don't really know everything, because during that time, we don't know nothing. I was a real kid then. You know what I'm saying? Kids, we didn't know all these things that was going on. I really didn't even know. Even for myself, when I had finally did have sex, I didn't know you had to take your car. I was humping and thought I wasn't a virgin.
There was nobody that was telling you, oh, okay, this is how it goes.
No, you didn't talk about that. No.
Especially not in Catholic.
No, you couldn't talk about that.
Yeah.
Catholic church.
You could not talk about that. I used to put mercurochrome in my underwear to lie to say I had my period.
Wait, what is that? Mercurochrome?
Mercurochrome.
Nah, I ain't that old.
No, that ain't.
What's that?
I don't know
What is that?
I don't know, some kind of ointment shit that you use.
The orange stuff.
It's red. It's red.
Red.
Yeah, because I thought something was wrong with me, because I was the president of the city committee. I didn't have no period. You know what I'm saying? I was 14, and still, like everybody else had, I ain't have shit.
Right.
So I lied.
just to be a part of it.
I see my cousin, I was asking what she was doing, so I went and lied. Then it was so crazy. If you sit here and think about all of the stuff that went on and things you couldn't do, and you look at how things are today, it's crazy. But I wouldn't really kind of change that a little bit, because I'm glad that I still had a part of my youth.
Right.
Like I still, even though I did a lot of shit, but I still played with dolls. I would go upstairs and still sneak and play with dolls, and I was doing a whole bunch of things. But
why'd you have to sneak?
What do you mean?
You said you had to sneak and play with dolls.
Because I was other things I had to do.
Because on the outside, you were a grown-up.
Yeah, somewhere else I was something else. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Debbie, are you still protecting these kids out here? Because, like I said, your whole reputation is based on how much you
cannot
protect
help
people.
that. Like, I don't think that is something that's going to come out of me. The one thing that I did learn, like a lot of them, I'm protecting me.
Yeah.
See, everybody that I really do become close with, that's male and female, there's a part of me that's in them. And it's also something that I wish that somebody would have done for me.
There it is.
That's the biggest thing. So I have came to terms with that, because a lot of things I didn't even want to face, a lot of things I didn't even want to discuss. I made excuses for a lot of the things, but a lot of it had to do with me, because it was shameful for you to talk about a lot of things. You didn't want people to know. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that And when I'm on these platforms is when I could come clean and be real. So what is it that you can say about me that I'm not saying?
Right.
You can't say shit about me that I'm not saying. You don't have to.
Are you comfortable?
So I feel free. I feel free. Like once I release it, it's something else that's lifted up off of me. Because I carry a lot of people's shit. I carry your shit. And the only way to dump your shit is to dump mine.
Why do you volunteer for that part though?
Because I need it.
Carrying other people's shit?
Yeah, sometimes it's easy for me to get rid of my own shit.
But you also put yourself through the heartbreak of what happens when those people do you dirty.
I ain't trying to be funny. Sometimes it's okay, though.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes you already know what time it is.
And you do it anyway.
Sometimes you just know.
Right.
Okay, but wait, when we was talking off camera and
You're just being hopeful.
I said it comes with the game and you just got to accept it. You said you refuse to accept that.
If you know, then it's something different. You know what you're going into. Not knowing what you're going into and you thinking that something is cool with you. Like if we're doing something and I'm thinking we cool. Everything is cool. We ain't got no problems. There's nothing going on. And then you just flip and go off on a deep end somewhere. Hell no, I ain't accepting that shit.
Right.
That's something totally different. If I did something, then I get what my hands call for. You feel what I'm saying? But if I'm 100 with you, and then you coming up with this 25% shit, that's something totally different.
And you
I don't have to accept that.
And you go through that a lot though. We hear those stories floating back.
When was
But see, some of them are not as real. You see, you hear one side.
But what's the other side to the OJ the Juiceman situation?
Oh shit.
Yes,
millionaire.
Casamigo.
I'm so hurt behind. Let me just say you this. With Juice, and I'll still say this, I didn't do right by him. When I say I didn't do right by him, I didn't really give him the attention that everybody else got. Because he didn't give me no problems. I didn't give him the attention. But he was my knee baby. And he did need the attention. But I didn't give it to him. And I've always said that. I've always said that. But when he got on what's the name of that show they do? It's on about Black and
Big Facts.
Big Facts.
Big facts.
Right.
He know better. For him to get on that show and say he was in a hospital dying, nigga, first off, it was only me, Mojo. You didn't even have visitors. Nobody came to see you when you got shot. You almost got a dick shot off. Okay, and that's when he learned that he had diabetes. I hired a nurse, all kind of shit. For you to get up there and say that, you had the other side of the trap. So let me just go back on his music.
You said he almost got his joint shot off.
Yeah. And he was in the hospital. He got shot, and that's because he was getting robbed or whatever happened, the bullshit that happened.
Right.
And let me just go back to his stuff, okay, of what he did. When Juice was the first person to put a mixtape, it wasn't a mixtape, because, a mixtape really is when you remaking somebody else's music.
Right.
But we had beats that was original beats during that time. See, nobody ever talked about me with all those producers either, okay? With all the ones that are out. That was another big thing there. So here, I remember Todd said, Deb, let's use this, and this is the album before the album. But it was still an album before his album. But his album never got to come out because of all the shit that had happened.
Right.
Well, that shit didn't even do anything. Right now, I'll pull my phone up and I'll show you on this text. From all the way back then when I was texting them when the county was hitting me that they had his money. And I told him this. I said, listen, the checks wasn't big either, just to let you know.
What's
but
not
it's
big?
still, it's not no huge checks. Ain't no $40,000, $20,000 checks, $10,000, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing like that. But anyway, the checks was accumulating. And if nobody was going to collect the checks, then, they'd take the money or whatever that was. And I text him, I'll show you the checks. And he said, oh, shit. You ain't
Well, no,
saying
keep going.
nothing.
Keep going with the story.
Well, when you go to the break, I'll pull it and I'll show it to you,
I
okay?
bet.
And I'm telling him, go to get your money. So then he's like, oh, you're not going to tell me? Like later on, he wanted us to go to find out about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's for you to get. I don't collect your money. You have to collect your own money. This is what you have to do. I'm not taking nothing away. What did I take from you? What did I take from you? What $1 million did you have? And when did I tell you when you was on your dying bed that you can't get out of a deal if you don't sign this paperwork? What the fuck you making me out to be?
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.